This video brought to you by Exams A to Z, empowering through education.
Hello everyone, we are starting averages. As we all know, average is equals to sum of observations by number of observations. If I give you some observations like 2, 5, 7, 9, something like this. If I ask you average of these observations, just do the sum. 2 plus 5, 7, plus 7, 14, plus 9, 23. That is sum of observation divided by number of observations, 4. So you're going to get 5.6. So it's nothing but average. Now see here. If I take average equals to sum by number of observations. If I ask you sum, it means average into number of observations. If I ask you number of observations from this, sum by average. These three formulas I am defining from the same formula, that is the first one. Average is equals to sum of observations by number of observation. If you want sum, number of observation will go this side, so it becomes average into number of observations. So if you want the number of observations, it becomes sum by average. So remember it as three different formula rather than remembering it as sum is equals to average into number of observation or average is equals to sum by number of observation. If I immediately ask you number of observation, you should be able to answer that sum by average. So it should be quick, not deriving one from the other. All three you have to remember individually. Now this will help you to remember this formula. Look at this diagram. Sum will always in the numerator, average and number of observations the denominator. If I ask you sum, then that is average into number of observations. If I ask you average, sum by number of observation. If I ask you number of observation, then it is sum divided by average here. So like that. So immediately you should be able to answer this. If I say total marks of 20 students in the class is 300. I am giving you number of observations and I am giving you sum. So I am asking you the average. So immediately you should be able to find out the average. 300 by 20. That is 15 is the average score of the class. Suppose if I say the average of 30 members of a class, average marks of 30 members of a class is 20. So immediately you should be able to say that the total score of the class is 600. If I say a class average is 20 and the total marks of the class is 500. Therefore, you should be able to say number of members in the class is 500 by 20, which is 25 members. So if I give you any two of these, you should be able to find out the third thing immediately by using that formula. The moment you say the average of 5 members is 15, you should be able to say immediately 15 into 5, 75 is the total observation. It will help you to solve the question further. Now if I give you some observations which are close to each other. Suppose I am taking randomly 147, 149, 155, 159, 163. And I am asking you to find out the average of these numbers. So see here, doing the sum of these numbers will take more time. So when numbers are close to each other, what you can do is simply take a number which is in between the smaller and the greater number. 147 and 163. Take any value which is in between 147 to 163. Preferably take the middle value. So here in this case I am taking 155. So if I take 155 and subtract this 155 from each and every observation. So the difference that you get, we call it as a deviation. So 147, you subtract 155 from 147, it is minus 8. Subtract 155 from 149, it's going to be minus 6. Same thing, you find out deviations, it is 0. Now this is 4. Now this one is 8 here. Now, by using this, you just add all the deviation. Do sum of deviations. If I do sum of deviations, so take sum of deviation here. Minus 8 plus 8 cancels. Minus 6 plus 4. So sum of deviations is minus 2. So what you have to do is your virginal average. So your virginal average is going to be the average that you have assumed. You call it as assumed average. The average that you have assumed. Take the assumed average 155 minus or plus according to your deviations. So deviations is minus 2 here, minus 2 divided by number of observation, that is 5. So 155 minus 0.4. So you have to take it as 154.6. Now, do we only need to take 155? Not necessary. So you can also take 150. Let's take 150 and find out the deviation. Now your assumed average here is 150. Find out the deviations between 150 and all the observations given. 147 minus 150 is minus 3, then after minus 1, then after plus 5, plus 9, then plus 13. Minus 3, minus 1, minus 4, plus 5, if I cancel it will be 1. So average is equals to, our assumption was 150, look at the sum of deviations, it is 23. So plus 23 divided by 5. So this is 4.6 we know. 150 plus 4.6, 154.6. This is how you can calculate the average without actually doing the sum. So even if you verify, if you want to verify, do the sum of all these observations, you will get 773 divided by 5. You will be ending up with 154.6. Suppose if I give you the average of some numbers, if I take it 5, 8, x, 12, 14 is 9, then the value of x. What we simply do is, we take 5 plus 8 plus x plus 12 plus 14, we will do the sum. This one is 13, 5 plus 8 is 13, 12 plus 14 is 26, 26 plus 13 is 39. So I am doing the sum of observations here, 39 plus x, by number of observation there are 5 observation, is equals to 9. So 39 is equals to 39 plus x is equals to 45. Now x is equals to 6. This is how we usually find. Suppose if I take the same value 5, 8, x, 12, 14. Let me take them. 5, 8, x, 12, 14. Here average I don't need to assume because it is given that the average is 9. Find out the deviations. If I find the deviation, do 5 minus 9, that is minus 4. Then this is minus 1. We don't know the deviation here. 9 you subtract it from 12, so it is 3, it is 5. Now you can see minus 4 minus 1 is minus 5 and here it is plus 5. Cancel them because you have to do sum of deviations. Now here you left with plus 3. But when you take the perfect average, deviation, sum of deviation has to be 0. Now, what number I have to take to make the sum of deviation 0? Here we left with plus 3. Therefore, you have to take minus 3. So x is 9 minus 3, that is 6 here. Suppose if you left with minus 3, then you have to take it as plus 3. Suppose if I left with 0, then your average is nothing but the value of x. So if you left with positive, you have to take negative. If you left with negative, then you have to take positive. If you left with nothing, then average becomes the value of x. So we have to use the method when the numbers are close to each other. Suppose you have 736, 743, x, 752, 765. The average of all of them is 749. Average of these numbers is 749. Then the value of x. Now you can't do sum of observations and find out, because we don't have that much of time to calculate the sum and divide it by 5 and equate it to 749. So what you do is you take 749 here and find out the sum of deviations here. Now first find out the deviation, so subtract it, it will be minus 13. Now 743 minus 749, it will be minus 6. Leave it as it is. Now 752 minus 749, that would be 3. 765, 749, that is 16. Now minus 13 minus 6 is minus 19. Now this one is plus 19. Minus 19 plus 19 cancel. So now the deviation is 0. Therefore the value of x is our average only, that is 749 only. Look at this sum. The average of 30 results is 20 and the average of the other 20 results is 30. What is the average of all the results? Now it's kind of a grouping question. So I'm going to give you the basic of what happens when you combine two groups. Now here look at, in the first group there are 30 members and the average is 20. In the second group there are 20 members whose average is 30. You're going to find out total. Total here is 600. 30 into 20. This is number of observations. This one is the average. I'm finding sum of observation, which is nothing but total. Now second case also total is 600. We know average of all the observation is nothing but sum of observations, that is 600 plus 600, 1200, by 30 plus 20, number of observation, which is 50. 0, 0 cancel, 120 by 5, which is 24. Now look at here. Here they have given two groups. One is, in the first group there are 30 members, in the second group there are 20 members, and their average is also given 20 and 30. If you combine two groups, the total average is sum of observations by total number of observation, which is 1200 by 50, which is 120 by 5, 24. All you are doing is, once again I am telling you the same. 30 observation whose average is 20, 20 observation whose average is 30. I am doing 30 into 20 plus 20 into 30 by 30 plus 20. Now look at this, 30 here, 20 here, 30 and 20. Can I take common of anything here? Yes, we can take common of 10 from the numerator, that is 3 into 20 plus 2 into 30. Same 10 you can take the common from the denominator, which means again 120 by 5, which is 24. So you don't need to take 30 and 20. If you have any common between 30 and 20, you can cancel it off. Suppose 10 3s are 10 2s are. Even if you take 3 observation whose average is 20, 2 observation whose average is 30, you'll get the same answer. So always remember, for the number of observation, you don't need to take the values. Even if you take their ratios, it's enough. So that is very, very important here. Take the ratios of number of observations. You don't need to take the values as it is, like 30 and 20, because anyway you can take the common here and cancel it. So that common and cancelling, you can do it here itself. 30 and 20, if you have anything, you can cancel it. Suppose if I ask you the same question in this manner, there are 333 members whose average is 20. 222 members whose average is 30. If I ask you what is the combined average, you can directly say the combined average is simply 24. How do I know that? So this is in the ratio 3 and 2, same as this one. You're going to get the same 3 into 20 plus 2 into 30 by 3 plus 2. So it's going to be 24. Sometimes they'll give you like this. There are 51 observations whose average is 20. There are 34 observations whose average is 30. Now this is again is same as 24 because the ratio is again what? 3 is to 2. So be careful when you are taking it. Just take the simplified ratio of this number of observation. That will give you the best results. Look at the formula for the discussed problem. Suppose if you have n1 observations whose average is a1, n2 observations whose average is a2, so on like this, n3 observation whose average is a3. The combined average is, you can say n1 a1 plus n2 a2. This is only for 2 observation. If I go on, then it is like n3 a3. It goes on, divided by number of observation is going to be n1 plus n2 plus n3. It goes on is equals to capital A. Capital A means the combined average. So here n1, n2, n3 are number of observations of the particular groups. A1, A2, A3 are the averages of those groups. And one note here, I'm asking you to take simplified values for n1, n2, so on. So always take the simplified values for n1 and n2. Now we look at how can we do the same question without using this formula. So the question was, there were 30 students in the first group, average is 20, 20 students in the next group, and the average of it is 30. I asked you to simplify n1 and n2 values. Simplify it, it is 3, it is 2. So I can say that there are 3 20s. On an average it is 20 means I am taking there are 3 20s. Then after you have 2 30s. As I said, the assumption method. Go for the assumption. Assume that your assumed average, I am writing it here. Assume that your average is 20. Find out the deviations 0, 0, 0. Now it becomes 10, 10. So our assumption was 20. Sum of deviations is plus 20 divided by number of observation, that is 5, which again leads to 24 here. There is no mandatory that you have to take 20 only. So I am just taking 30. If I take 30, it is minus 10, minus 10, minus 10. Deviation 0, 0 here. So our assumption was 30. Sum of deviations is minus 30 divided by 5. 30 minus 6 again 24. I can also take 25. Suppose if I take 25, it's minus 5, minus 5, minus 5. Now this becomes plus 5, plus 5. Do the sum of deviations, plus 5 minus 5 plus 5 minus 5. These gets cancelled. Now 25 was our assumption. Sum of deviations is only 1 minus 5 divided by number of observations 5. It is 24. You can take any observation that you want which is in between 20 to 30. You can take it even observation from the outside. Can I assume 15? Yes. But your sum of deviation is going to be difficult to find. So take any number which is in between 20 to 30 according to your convenience so that you can find it out. Now see here there are only 5 observations. These are 3, these are 2. So we are able to write it in a row. but it is not possible for you to write every time in a row. So how do we do it in terms of columns? Now look at here. First we'll take the question. There are 30 observations. Average is 20. There are 20 observations. Average is 30. Cancel this. So simplify. It's 3. It's 2. Now write the assumption here. Your assumed average. First I am taking it as 20. Deviation 0. Multiply. There are 3 zeros. So multiply it with 3. It becomes 0. Deviation is 10. There are 2 tens. It becomes 20. Same thing, we have done it in a row. Now we are doing it vertically. Our assumption was 20. Sum of deviation 20 divided by number of observation, you will get it here. 5 observation divided by 5, so that you get 24. Suppose if I take it as 25, it is minus 5 into 3. It is plus 5 into 2. Sum of deviation is going to be minus 5. So 25 minus 5 divided by 5. So it's 24 again. So like that you can also find it out vertically. Now this method you call it as assumed average method for the given groups. We use this method when difficult numbers are given and it takes a lot of time for you to multiply the numbers. So we apply this assumed average method. Now we see few questions based on this method now. Now consider this question. The average of the marks obtained in an examination by 8 students was 51. 8 students was 51. Number of observation here. This is average. And by another 9 students is 68. So he is asking you the average. Assumed average, take assumed average as 60. Deviation is minus 9 into 8 observations. This is plus 8 into 9 observations. Sum of deviations is 0. Therefore, your assumed average becomes your original average, which means the average is 60. Now look at this question. If the average marks of 3 batches, 55, 60, 45 students respectively is 50, 55 and 60, then the average marks of all the students. So if you want to multiply, it will take a lot of time. So take first 55, the average is 50. 60 students, the average is 55. Then after 45 students, the average is 60. Take the assumption. First, before that, you simplify this. It is 11, it's 12, it's 9. Now take the assumption as 55 minus 5 into 11. Now here it is 0 anyway. 55 minus 55, 0 into 12 is also 0. Now here plus 5 into 9. So our assumption was 55. Do the sum of observations. This is minus 55. This becomes 45. Therefore minus 10 divided by number of observation if you try. So it's going to be 32 here. Divided by 32. So find out what is 10 by 32. Cancel it. 5 by 16. So if I take 50 by 16 also, just find it up to 2 digits. 0.3. 31. 55 minus 0.31 is going to be 54.69 nearly. Same manner, look at another one. The average income of 40% is 4,200. So first take 40%, 4,200. And 35, it is 4,000. Simplify the values of N1 and N2, that is 5 8s are 5 7s are. You can go with any assumption that you want. I am taking the assumption is 4,100. So it becomes 100 into 8, 800, minus 100 into 7, minus 700. So 4100 plus 100 divided by 15. So 100 divided by 15 is 20 by 3, which is 6 2 by 3. So if I add 6 2 by 3 to this, it's going to become 4106 2 by 3. So that's your answer. Look at this one. A man bought 13 articles at 70 each, 15 articles at 60 each, 12 articles at 65 each. The average price per an article. So if you have to multiply, it will take a lot of time. So take 13 articles, 70 each, 15 articles at 60 each, 12 articles, 65 each. Now you can't simplify n1, n2, n3 further. So you have to keep it as it is. Now assumption was 65. 65 is your assumption here. It becomes plus 5, minus 5, 0. Multiply it with the respective observation plus 13. So into 13 here, into 15 here. Now this is into 12 also, it becomes 0 only. 65, your deviations is minus 10 divided by number of observations is 40 here. 65 minus 0.25 gives you 64.75. So 64.75 is your answer there. Out of 20 boys, 6 are each of 1 meter 15 centimeter height. So I am taking it as 6 members whose height is, in centimeters you take it, it is 115. 8 of them are 1 meters 10 centimeters, which is 110 centimeters. And the rest how many members are there? 6, 8, 14. So remaining members are 6. Remaining 6, 112 centimeters I am taking in. Simplify the values 6, 8 and 6. 3 here, 4 here, then 3 here. Your assumption is 112, you take it. Plus 3 into 3, minus 2 into 4. This is anyway 0. So you can take 112 centimeters is your assumed average. Your deviation is plus 1 divided by 10. So which is 112 centimeters plus 0.1. So you can take it as 1 meter 12.1 centimeters. That is your answer there. Now in this question, the average of 30 numbers is 12. They have already given the average of 30 numbers, which is 12. The average of first 20 of them, 30 numbers is 12. Average of first 20 of them is 11. That of the next 9 numbers is 10. And the last number is how much? So let it be x. So this x is how much he is asking you. You can do it in a normal way. So every question can also be do it in a normal way. So in a normal way, how do we do it? We find out the sum, that is 360. We find out the sum here 220. We find out the sum here 90. So 220 plus 90 is 310. So how much more we need? We need 50 more. Therefore that number is 50. If not in this way, if you want to do it in terms of grouping here, so what you can do here is, our assumption is already given it as 12. Find out the deviation. So I can say minus 1 into 20 is minus 20. So here minus 2 into 9 is minus 18, which means it should be plus 38. So plus 38, 38 more than the assumption. So more than the average, I am sorry. So our average was 12. So 38 more than the average is 50. So like this also you can do it. So thank you for watching the video. What we do is we'll explore this formula further in the next part.